Do you guys think it's legal, ethical to charge money for repros, homebrews like Mother or BS Zelda?
Well, it's definitely not legal.
No.
You're using copyrighted games. And even if you change them, you don't own it. It's the same thing like remixing music. You don't own the copyright to that music. It's definitely not legal. You want to talk about ethics? Well, it depends upon what your ethics are. If you think it's ethical to change around a game and then charge money for it, I mean, Nintendo doesn't care. Honestly, they're not going to care.
There are people who want these things, and I can't argue with people wanting to play something like the Satellaview Zelda. Okay?
Sure.
So what it really comes down to is, what are you charging? It's kind of like when people say something is free, but they charge shipping and handling. You know, how much more are you charging than parts and labor? Now, sure, you should probably be able to make a profit. You've put some work into it, but you're also profiting off of other people's work. So
yeah, you're putting in 1% of the work that someone's put in.
Yes,
the 99%.
It's very tough and it's very great. I'm going to use an example. There is a Fantasy Zone game for the PC Engine that never got released. It plays like Space Harrier, and for whatever goddamn reason, I cannot remember the name of it right now. When we were at Portland Retro Gaming, I saw it, and I was like, oh, that might be a cool thing to own. Because I like Fantasy Zone, like the PC Engine, and it looks like a pretty amusing game. Except for the fact they were charging $120 fucking for the repro on CD. That, to me, is completely devoid of ethics. That is not ethical. It's not legal, and we've already discussed that.
That's kind of weird.
But charging $120 for a... And granted, it was a nicely packaged repro, but still, it is a repro of something you put no money into that is
the cart
freely...
doesn't cost... I mean, it's not like a cart that actually costs money. It's a CD.
It's a CD. It's freely available online, and you probably could have just... I mean, anyone with the know-how could have put one together for fucking $30. Well, I mean, if you really wanted... I'm saying a one-off, if you really wanted to do your own with a nice manual and stuff or whatever.
If you want to print it yourself.
Yeah, you're probably looking at 30 to 40 tops.
Sure.
So,
and they're doing it in bulk, and it's costing them $1 each in bulk.
So I think it's totally a gray area. I mean, legal, like we said, obviously not. Ethical, you are going to have to come to that decision on your own.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
My ethics... this is where we usually... We don't agree on everything, but in ethics, when it comes to stuff, we usually are pretty much at the same spot. But your ethics are different than ours. So, I mean, like I said, you're not taking money out of Nintendo's pocket.
No. So if you really want this thing that's $120, go for it. But I have my question is, where do they get off charging $120 for it?
No, this isn't like selling a little Samsung repro, which I'm fully against. This is something to me that you're not hurting someone. No one's going to get screwed out of it thinking it's a real deal.
It's just kind of fucking cheesy.
There you go. It's cheesy. It's kind of like why I think I subconsciously stay away from. I don't even call them like homebrews. More like they're hacks. When you take someone else's game and change it, like Zelda Outlands, they're hacks. I sort of subconsciously stay away from it because it's like maybe I'm more appreciative of the original people that did it versus the people that are changing it. I don't know. Not to say that it could be bad the work you're doing. I'd rather stay with the real deal.